Okay, let's dive right in. We are talking about London, a city so jam-packed with history, culture, and just stuff that planning a trip can honestly feel like a full-time job. But don't you worry, because you're about to get the ultimate locals playbook. Does this sound familiar? You start your research, and suddenly you are drowning in a sea of blogs, top 10 lists, and advice that totally contradicts itself. It's enough to make you just want to close the laptop and forget the whole thing. Well, we've done all the heavy lifting for you. We sifted through everything. We're talking the local secrets, the official government guides, those clever budget hacks, and we've boiled it all down into one powerful, simple plan. This is your shortcut to mastering London. Right, first things first. Before you even think about what to pack, there is some super important admin you gotta handle. Getting this stuff right from the get-go is gonna save you a massive headache later on. Trust me. So, you need to know about something called the ETA, or Electronic Travel Authorization. This is a brand new digital thing from the UK government. And here's the crucial part. If you're from a country where you don't normally need a visa to visit the UK, well, now you're gonna need one of these, ETAs. It's all part of a big push to digitize the UK's borders. The good news? It's not gonna break the bank. An application costs just £10. And get this, it's valid for 2 full years, and you can make multiple trips on it. It's a really small price to pay for a much, much smoother entry. Okay, listen up, because these dates are absolutely critical. Starting January 2025, it's mandatory for most non-European visitors. Then, in March, applications open up for Europeans, and it becomes a requirement for them in April 2025. So make sure you know exactly which window applies to you. So you've done the paperwork, you've flown in, and boom, you've landed. Welcome to London. Now for your first big decision. How do you get from the airport into the heart of the city without wasting a ton of time or money? So from Heathrow, you've basically got 2 main train options, and it's a classic trade-off. You've got the Heathrow Express, which is wicked fast. It'll get you to Paddington Station in just 15 minutes. But yeah, it comes with a premium price tag. On the other hand, there's the good old London Underground, the Tube, which is way, way cheaper and takes you directly into central London, though it does take a little longer. And just look at that price difference. I mean, it's not even close. We're talking £5.60 versus £25. If you're watching your budget, the choice is pretty obvious. A little insider tip though. If you really want to take the Express, try booking way in advance online. Sometimes you can find a much cheaper ticket. Okay, you're in the city. Now for maybe the biggest decision of your trip. Where are you gonna stay? This is the classic traveler's dilemma. Do you go for the central, theatrical buzz of Soho or the trendy, creative vibe of Shoreditch out in the East End? Let's start with Soho. This Reddit user, apprehensive_rain89, kinda nails it. Its biggest advantage is just how close it is to everything. You can literally walk to the West End theaters, the big museums, all those iconic landmarks. For a first-timer who wants to be right in the thick of it all, it is really hard to beat. But hey, maybe you want something a little different, and that's where Shoreditch comes in. Listen to this user, World Shifters, who makes a great point. It just feels way less touristy. It gives you a glimpse into a more modern local London. It's overflowing with street art, cool independent shops. It's for the traveler who wants to feel a little less like a tourist. So here's the final breakdown. Soho is your classic, central, everything on your doorstep London experience. Shoreditch is your trendier, more youthful alternative. And while Soho is more walkable to the main sites, London's transport is so good that a 30-minute tube ride from Shoreditch is really no big deal. It honestly just depends on the vibe you're after. All right, you're all checked in. Now it's time to actually explore. And look, we're gonna go beyond just the postcard spots. We're gonna find the places that give London its real soul. So everyone, and I mean everyone, flocks to Leicester Square. It's busy, it's loud, it's a total tourist magnet. But what if I told you that just a few steps away, there's something way more magical? This is Cecil Court. Seriously, it feels like you've stepped back in time. It's this gorgeous Victorian lane, completely pedestrianized, and it's just lined with these incredible old bookshops and art dealers. It's the kind of authentic, hidden gem that makes a trip truly unforgettable. And hey, don't get me wrong, London's major museums are absolutely world-class, but they can also get unbelievably crowded. The great thing is, the city is full of these smaller, totally unique gems hiding in plain sight. Case in point, the Leighton House Museum. It was the home of a 19th century artist, and hidden inside is this, the breathtaking Arab Hall. It's covered in these shimmering iridescent tiles. It is a stunning, wild, eccentric space that most visitors have no idea even exists. But let's not forget one of London's greatest gifts to travelers. The entry fee for so many of its best museums, the British Museum, the National Gallery, Tate Modern, is zero. Nothing. Zilch. It is, without a doubt, one of the best free things you can do in any city on Earth. Okay, for our final section, let's get into the nitty-gritty. These are the secrets that are going to help you eat like royalty on a budget and keep you safe from those common tourist traps. First things first, you gotta be streetwise. Avoid those musical rickshaws. They're unregulated and famous for ripping people off. Never ever buy show tickets from guys on the street. Politely say no thanks to any free gifts like flowers. And always, always keep your phone off the table at an outdoor cafe to avoid the classic distraction theft. Now here is an incredible hack. Think you can't afford a Michelin-starred meal in London? Think again. A ton of top-tier restaurants offer set lunch menus, especially during the week, for a fraction of the dinner price. Places like the Ninth or Chez Bruce will serve you 3 exquisite courses for under £50. You have to book ahead, but it's an amazing way to experience world-class food. And one last tip. This one's for the theater lovers. Forget all those unofficial websites. The absolute best place for discounted same-day tickets for West End shows is the official TKTS booth, right there in the middle of Leicester Square. Yeah, you might have to wait in line, but you can get fantastic seats for a seriously great price. So there you have it, the pre-trip admin, the arrival plan, the neighborhood debate, the insider's secrets. You now have the locals playbook. The only question left is, what kind of incredible London story are you going to go out and write?